Some may have peace, some have war, but us, we want both, and get neither. Welcome to Sparwood, a continent in the world of Rathnir, a world in the StoneWorks Minecraft server. Many places in Rathnir are chaotic, however, we can see that Sparwood is its own kind of crazy. With world empires having a growing influence and local leaders scheming so hard their nations fall apart before a plan can even start. This video is about a series of events that took place in eastern Sparwood. These events involve plots of national conquest and geopolitical endeavors, a story of a few conflicts that would have changed history forever, yet ended in civility. The nations we will be focusing on, and that were most involved, would be Arxella for one, the one to be the center for what happened, Felheim, Mudrocktopia, and Frostmire. The Northern Empire of Neodia would also play a key role as well, however, I'll get back to them later. At some point, the leaders of Arxella, Mudrock, and Felheim had an unplanned gathering in Yggdrasil, the capital of Felheim. With this, there were a few trades and talks, but also a sudden creation of an alliance, the Red Eagle Alliance, or REA for short. These nations immediately started planning to use combined forces to conquer the large yet collapsing nation of Kostuko. Eventually, Kostuko caved in on the zone, and the REA was there to cut up the cake. After some time, the nation of Frostmire, tucked away in the east, cramped and with no room for all their citizens, attempted to buy land from Modrock. However, they were ignored. In a last effort to get Mudrock's attention, they declared war. At this news, one of the leaders of Felheim, Fist of Ice, had went and contacted Frostmere. After a long talk with the leaders of Frostmere, Felheim and Thebo, the second in command of Mudrock, had reasoned out a sale of some land to Frostmere. After some time, the REA begins to change, inviting Frostmere into the alliance and making ties with the UBSR. Eventually, it is agreed that Arxella is an enemy, after leaders in the REA reflect on how the nation and its leader has treated everyone. Frostmere wanting the most to do war, and with plans being made, REA kicks out Arxella. During the early days, Arxella and Neodia had talked about Arxellan people converting to Selenan. This information would only come out after war plans were made, and so the REA had a good fight ahead of them. The REA had began to spread rumors of cultists and presumed a false faith conversion. The plans were on. The REA were preparing a war and had planned so that Arxella would only get a small amount of time to prepare before the first attack. With claim rings around the capital, located entrances, and a nether portal hidden nearby, the REA were all set up to siege, then attack the capital of Arxella. But, finally done with all the paperwork, Arxella was able to join Neodia and fully convert. The REA couldn't declare war with their previous advantage. Soon after this, the war plans were halted. All the prep was kept, and another way to get a war started had to be found. Now, looking at this map, we see the borders are a bit messy, and considering this, Felheim and the UBSR had a devilish scheme. They would claim some of Arxella's land, more and more, until they declared war. The UBSR was wanting some land from Arxella, upset over an overpriced trade, and Felheim had a bit of an issue with connected borders. This, combined with Felheim vassalizing a town within Arxella's territory, caused the outcry they were looking for. When Arxella had restated their claim of this land, Felheim had announced that Arxella was trying to split the nation in half and steal some of the UBSR. Soon afterward, Neodia wanted to end what could become a conflict, dragging the three nations into a conference to make a treaty. Begrudgingly, Felheim and the UBSR agreed to the peace treaty. Felheim would get a border bridge and relinquish its vassal, and Arxella would get a payment of 22,000. In this treaty was also a non-aggression pact between Felheim, the UBSR, and Neodia and its territories. After this, the UBSR will join the REA and plan the creation of the CSS. In the end, this event may not have ended climactically, yet its effects are long-reaching even to this day. Look at what has happened since the creation of the CSS and its downfall, the intense insanity of this continent. Much has happened, and it's very wild. Now, this was my first production video. I mostly just record games and a few memes, so I hope it wasn't too scuffed. Credit to Halfling Spider on Discord for compiling the information into one timeline. A group of us had come together to record this history. It was great, guys. If you like this kind of content, please comment and let me know. Yada yada, sub and like and share all that jazz. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.